Okay, something happened. Again, this is symptomatic of me only doing this myself. I'm I'm not ashamed of anything. So this is my kitchen. These are my dishes. I'm gonna tell you, there's a reason why I let my dishes pile up. There's a very good functional reason as a single woman that I do things I do. I am very, very intentional. Very intentional. I can't express to anybody enough what I mean. Oh my goodness, I I touched my hair, which I've got peppermint in, and I put it in my eye. Oh crap. Sorry, but I'm trying to keep it authentic. I'm making my coffee. This is what I do. I've not been working since April, but I was still employed. But I've been functionally unemployed since June 1st. It's now August. Oh, I'm a crochet. It's now. Ooh, I am literally, my eye is burning. It is August 20. I can't see. Also, my glasses are upstairs. There are a whole lot of old lady things that, well, middle-aged lady things that I will share with young people because it's real. And when I was in my 20s, I never ever thought I'd be feeling this way. I feel better, honestly, from a healthcare perspective than I ever have in my entire adult life. Okay, let me just put that out there. I'm in my ideal weight. I still got, flabby things, but I am going to just keep strength training, and I'm not having any surgeries. I cannot promise that, and then I don't know. My mind might change, but I don't like pain. I don't like being in pain, like, at all. And I've had a couple surgeries, a breast reduction, a tubal ligation, and I don't like the recovery, so I don't want to do that. And I know that recovery when you have cosmetic surgery can be intense, so I'm really not interested in it for no other reason than the fact that I don't want to be in pain. So if whoever the new man in my life is going to be eventually, you're gonna have to love this little fupa. Just know that we gonna eat healthy and live just a tad bit longer. Because I don't do a lot of sweets or sugars, or I try not to, right? Because my taste buds have changed, so I'm not craving a lot of sweet things. And when I do, I try to consciously, and again, I'm intentional, so I try to consciously eat something else, like even something that might just be high calories. Another symptom of menopause, just not being able to think things through and speak well. Like a tablespoon of peanut butter, or eating berries are really good when you are craving things. I have heard that in the research that I have done, minimally, not extensive, that when you're craving sweets, apparently it is your body's way. And just look this up, just like I did. I'm not things that I'm going to share with you. Trust and believe, I didn't come up with any of this stuff myself. Some of it I did, and I'll share those things with you. But I like to pass along things that I have learned throughout the years. That's why we are old, experienced. That's right, EPT, experienced people talking. We don't say old anymore. Like, my bad. See, and I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot my train of thought. Welcome to your 50s. All right, well, I am going to, I've frozen some watermelon. I got a watermelon from the farmer's market, and I think, those are pineapples. Pineapples, or they might be papaya. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, I'm going to juice it. Okay, I was going to take some ginger out because ginger has a lot of good properties. I am not going to pretend that I am all things healthy and know the benefits of things are. Let's work together. Okay, this is something my auntie brought, and yes, it's messy. Mind your business. I use this a lot. It's very simple. It's just one of the guys I used to date told me how this worked. And apparently it's just a metal sheet, and apparently there's some conductor things, and if you put things on it, it'll defrost more quickly than sometimes if no, it'll just defrost more quickly. I mean, you could put it in the microwave too, but I just like using this because I don't want to sit down here and monitor the microwave. By the time I come back down here, it's 10:54. By the time I come back down here, later on this afternoon, it'll be halfway melted, enough for me to start juicing. I'm going to have my coffee. I opened my blinds because I do that every morning. I try to anyway. I turn on my humidifier. It's not a humidifier. It is an air purifier. It's Medify. Let's see if we can get that. Medify air. And FYI, people, um, and what's that thing called? Flexible spending. And you have one for healthcare, your flexible spending account, you can buy one of those nice contraptions that is honestly helping. It's supposed to purify the air, clean the air. I was trying to use up all my my flexible spending money before I left my job. Okay, so that's what I got. I got two. I got a little one for my bedroom because it's a smaller, and it does a really good job as far as space. And my space is very, fairly small. It's big enough for me, but it's getting compact, and I want to scale back. So, provided I stay on this journey of content creation or whatever. I'm moving around a lot. Sorry, I'm going to get my coffee again. Please bear with me. This ain't my thing. I'm trying, and I want to share because I feel like in this point of my life, I'm in a good space in my life where I can deal with adversity in such a way that I don't feel like it's going to take me out. Now, don't get me wrong. It is hard. I wake up every day trying to figure out the day, the moment. And I watch a lot of people on my YouTube channels, the ones I've subscribed to, and they're not, I can see, I'm trying to keep the light in my face, that's why I'm doing this. And I can see that they aren't doing well, even the content creators. They're trying, and I get it, and I see a lot of things that I sometimes I talk to the screen. It's like, I know this behavior, and this is what I used to do. So I want to do that. I want my channel to be about, honestly, just helping you elongate your life as long as you can, and just to be mentally well. I'll share my mental health journey with you because it is important, especially when you're in menopause. Okay, young ladies, I'm not going to say anything negative about my young sisters. I'm just not. But I'm going to speak the truth. Okay? And and the truth is hard sometimes to hear, but I don't care. I'm that age. I don't give a damn about you, the way you feel about the truth. Okay? And don't give me that's your truth. Dear hearts, if you don't listen now, you will forever be twirling around in a world of chaos that you can't control. And you'll be wondering why. And the older you get, the less cognitively aware you become about certain things, about your behaviors. So just listen. And I know it's hard to do because I was 20 once. I was a teenager once. I was 20, 30. I'm 53. So I've been all the things. And the one thing the one thing I wish I had more of, I got a lot of family love. My family, we love each other. We are family. It is what it is. But there are a lot of things I wish I had growing up. As far as talking to the women in my family about certain things. And don't get me wrong, my aunts taught me a lot. My Aunt Liz taught me how to walk with my tummy tucked in. She always made me very, very conscious of, what it means to walk upright and straight, and she taught me that like really young. I was really young, and I'm the only girl. So I got literally all the attention. I got all boys in my family, so I couldn't go play with them. I was a tomboy for sure. I couldn't go play with the boys all the time, especially when they were out doing boy things. So I was always in the house with my grandma, who I miss and love dearly. Grandma Mary. I never called her Grandma Mary, just FYI, but that's her name is Mary Skipper. And I love her, and she was my mom's mother, and I just love her every day. And my mom I love that little woman. She sang I'm going to play something for you guys. She sang for me the other day. She's been going through it, so you guys pray for my mommy. Okay, there's a lot of trauma in our lives, but we're still here, and we're still trying, and we're still praying, and we are still, I'm about to cry, and I'm about to cry, and it's a good thing because I will just leave you on this note. I am coming down off of taking my Prozac because I was diagnosed with not any type of bipolar or anything like that, but just depression, severe depression, and anxiety, right? Which a lot of us are going through right now. So do not, please, please, please do not diminish what you're going through when you sit in your situation for too long and you can't be happy and you can't. That is the thing. Your body is chemically responding to the environment. We are connected to the environment, to the earth, and to the things around us that develop us. Okay, so do not ignore long-term, hard emotional feelings in your head. When you can't get out of bed, when you don't feel happy anymore, when everything feels like a chore and it's overwhelming, do not discount that as, oh, this is just life. No. Especially, and I can't speak for men, but I can, because I can, but I won't, but I'm not a man. So right now I'm speaking from the vantage point of a woman, helping men to understand a lot of times what women are going through, but we suffer in silence, honestly. And especially, and I'm going to keep this 100, as you can see, I'm a black woman. Ta-da! And I don't mind being a black woman. No, I'm not just a woman. No. Miss me with that bullshit. I am not just because if I was just a woman, it would be easy for me to go out and not have to worry about feeling some type of way in the office place, crying at work, and not having somebody judge me for doing so harshly and kind of blackballing me for promotions because I'm too sensitive, or where white women get to do it all the time and get promoted to the highest elevations. Okay, miss me with that. I am a black woman. Stop trying to diminish who I am. I don't look at you and say, oh, you're not a blonde, or oh, you're not a what. No, I don't. I respect everybody's right to be who the hell they are. Period. Period. I am sick to death with people telling people who they should be. That's not my job. It's not your job. It's not anybody's job. Be you. I'm just going to share me. So if you get in my comments saying, oh, you're a woman, I'm going to clap back. I just need you to know that. And I'm going to start using a lot of little colloquialisms that I used to hate, but I'm going to do it because, you know what? I'm going to try something different, going into this season in my life. I am. I'm not, it's not going to change me, but I mean, just from a words perspective, okay? I'm just going to try something a little different. Trust me, I will not get off the rails. If it's not comfortable for me to say, I'm not saying it. I'm just not. There's certain things like lit and fleek that don't even sound right coming out of my mouth. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. That's not who I am. But you might hear me adopting some other things just because I think it's cute. But I understand why I'm doing something. A lot of times what I'm seeing, especially across social media, is that people are doing things because they think it's going to yield them some result. Not because they want to do it, not because they, particularly think it's smart or funny or whatever, but they think it's going to get them something. And I don't care. I don't care. I'm in a very precarious position right now, but because the way the Lord has been blessing me for every single step of the way, I needed $200 to pay for something that wasn't my fault or responsibility, but because of who I am. And I'm not sharing that with you because that's personal. It's not my business to share, but it is. And I needed $200, and on Monday I didn't have it. And mind you, I'll just put this out there. I'm going to be very candid. I don't have any money coming in. I'm not doing any freelance work. I didn't qualify for unemployment because the way I parted ways with my company, I still had a significant severance, which has been spent up. I got to be honest, because I have a lot of bills. I'm not cheap. I don't live in a lab. I don't live in the lap of luxury or none of that. But I have a nice home. It's comfortable, and I like nice things. And I drive a nice car. And I'm at the end of the day, I'm not afraid to lose any of it. I'm not. I've been with nothing. I have been not homeless, but I have been. Well, you know what? No, I've never been homeless, but I have been without my own domicile. Several times, a couple of times in my life, where I've had to stay on my mom's couch or, sleep in my sister's, guest bedroom in her lavish house Again, which is why I don't consider that as homeless. But I didn't have my own address. Okay, I didn't have my own, which is what I'm used to having. But I'm not afraid to lose things because I've had nothing. And I'll share that over the course of our time together. I just want somebody to be encouraged. That's all I care about. I don't, if I can help one person, and I'm really being honest and genuine here, I don't care about virility, or I really don't. But I see every day. I watch this streaming live called Kensington, Philadelphia, and all I do when I try not to engage because there are a lot of comments, because it's a chat room, a chat going on at the same time too, but it's a lot of drug addiction, prostitution, and I just watch the people sometimes, and sometimes I just sit there and watch them for a good minute, especially in the morning, and I'll just pray. I'll just watch their behaviors, and I'll ask the Lord to just bless them. And if there are angels down there who are, let their light be shown and protect them. I do that because I know that could have been me. It could have been. We need to look at people's hardships sometimes and realize you're not far from that. My dad taught me that. You were a paycheck away from being what you never thought you'd be. Don't do it. Stop judging. Stop being so quick to assume something about somebody because you see something in the moment. Stop being a momentary evaluator. You have to be critical. And I'm sorry again about moving my phone. I'm holding my phone in one hand. Well, you have to be a critical thinker in these streets. Otherwise, you're going to be taken for a ride, and somebody is going to scam you, seduce you, for nefarious reasons. You're going to get hurt. Mentally, emotionally, and I hope not physically, but please think outside of your own filters. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm going to end this because I want my coffee and I don't want it cold. And I have a video to watch. I woke up this morning and I love the Diary of the CEO. Okay, I am probably going to clip a lot of his videos because I love this guy. I've loved his channel for a while. It's only positive stuff. He interviews very impactful, influential people, not just the ultra wealthy and other, but people who have something to add to the zeitgeist, right? Who have something positive to say and to share. And he does it in such a way, and the videos are long. And we live in a microwave society where we want our yuts, right now, right? I say yuts. I got that from from Family Guy. I'm sorry, I'm a Family Guy aficionado. Okay, so don't question me about Family Guy because you will lose that fight. Okay, sorry. I have watched every episode of Family Guy at least, and I am not joking, at least 300 times. I have, because I watch it every time I eat. It's what I eat. It's how I eat. I'm sorry. And well, that's neither here nor there. But again, I love the Diary of a CEO. Not Diary of a CEO. It is Diary of a CEO. And he has this channel that I found today, just this morning, behind the diary. I didn't know this existed. So I am going to go watch this 41-minute show, and he's going to share, because he was hiring. He's growing as well. So he was hiring. He's going to share about how to stand out in this job market. And I need to know that because I'm unemployed and I need a check. Otherwise, I'm gonna be couch surfing again. I think that's what they call it. And I know that God doesn't want that for me, so I'm not even accepting that. I'm not even breathing that into the air, because that's not my story. I am, and I will say this, and I will end. I know I say that a lot. I talk a lot, so if you don't like somebody that talks, disconnect, unfollow, do whatever you got to do, because I'm not changing that. This is who I am. I have been a question asker since, I will share a story with you about that when I was little too. My mom, she'll laugh. I don't know if she remembers, but she'll laugh. But I have been asking questions my whole life, ever since I could talk. I think, I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to stop talking. I'm just not. So if you don't like talking or learning or growing, just go back to what you were doing before. It's very easy. You don't have to stop here. I don't need your views. I don't need your, I could just be talking honestly to one person, because I am doing right now in this moment. And I'm going to publish this. I'm doing something I never do. I'm not, I woke up, I took my hair out of the bun. My crochet needs to be redone, obviously. And I wanted to do this because I felt encouraged and empowered by this video. And I said I didn't want to watch it laying down. Right? So you're going to get authentic me. So if this is your first time visiting my channel and this is the first video you happen to see, fine. I'm me all day. I have not, I'm pretty sure I've not changed. I've lost over 130 pounds, and even when I was 265, I'm me. I have not changed at all, other than the fact that I feel much better about myself, and I'm, my health is better, and I exercise and I work out every day, and I eat well, right? But I'm still this personality on point. It's still me, and it's aging. There's some aging happening, and I'm okay with that. I am. I'm genuinely okay with that. And I did say I was gonna stop talking. Okay, see, even I don't know when to shut up. All right, well, y'all be good, EPT crew. And now, if I'm gonna try to do this consistently. Hopefully, not every. I don't know every. I don't know yet. I can't. I need my coffee. All right, and my head is itching. Rosemary and castor oil and tea tree oil in a bottle. Try it out. All right, y'all be good, EPT.